Hello, welcome back to It's New. Greg should be joining us at some point. It's my fault. I started this recording a little bit early, but the early bird gets the worm or the hot
What's
shower.
the fault? I mean, Greg is not here, so like, when
Win-win.
You ruined Barry's intro. Honestly, Moody. Like seriously.
I ruin everything. I don't understand. Like, what's
The only win we get is when you're not here, Morty. So just
of course I ruined it.
But we did get another win. Search Console released custom annotations. Morty, what do you got for us?
Oh god, Google's really ruining snippets with AI.
And a new?
Google is helping you out with your total campaign budget alerts for PMax.
And if I was Greg, I would be talking about Google's new journey for bidding. All right, moving on to Search Console annotations. So back in May, we caught Google testing custom annotations directly in the Search Console performance report, something that SEOs and site owners have wanted since day one of Search Console. And now it's available. You can add up to 200 annotations per property. You could delete those annotations. You cannot edit them currently. Google will automatically delete them after 500 days. But all you need to do is right-click on the chart itself. So I don't know how that works on mobile. Maybe double tap. I haven't tried it. And then you could add an annotation, and then you have it there. So you could see what happened. So if your hot water heater breaks and you can't take a shower and it's affecting your actual traffic, you can annotate that. And when the hot water comes back, you can annotate that. And then you can see if the traffic is actually changing at all between those.
Yeah, or if you spot a whale and that really improves your SEO.
Oh my god. I'm going to quit you guys. If you're not careful.
I'm trying to make useful information, useful tips on how to use these annotations.
No? Yeah, very
actually went whale watching today at SeaWorld. Yeah.
So those are some useful things. And if you want to annotate on your YouTube chart that Greg showed up late today, and this is why traffic was so much better than the previous days to the more views, then that's what you need to do.
I'm late. You're early. I have kids that need to go on a bus.
Anyway, Maury, let's get into snippets.
Oh, also ruined. So you know what? Google's been for a long time rewriting. They don't just use your meta description for the snippet and the search result. They'll rewrite something towards the top of the page and put it out there. And that was working kind of fine. No one was really complaining about that until Google. Well, I mean, there were complaints. It's SEO. We're always complaining. I understand. But now Google's using AI for some of these things, and this I can't use this word, the S word that it's coming back with is I mean, it's basically racist.
Right. You gotta say it now. You gotta say it, and maybe we bleep it out.
I went with the long-winded thing. Like the person, like Google's saying this article is super long-winded. Like it didn't have to be this long-winded.
But that's funny, right? Right. The description was this article is a very long-winded version of the observation that more football players are. Then I'm not getting into the rest of what it wrote.
Well, the whole article is about that. About Christian. I'll read it. It says more footballers are Christian because footballers are black, which goes. That's what the article. I think I didn't read the whole article. I think that's what the article's going, which makes no sense. But let's not get into that part. I'm saying the whole very long-winded thing was like. It's like say somebody wrote, well, I said that your articles are long-winded. That would be an insult to me.
Yeah, it would be an insult to you. Also, I don't understand. Does this just show because the old technology seemed to work better than the AI technology? So you're kind of showing up that the AI technology kind of sucks.
Yeah. So this got a lot of attention as it deserves. So over the past week or so, I'm like, you know what? It still hasn't updated. Google's still using that. And I figured I just post it there so more people could see it. Maybe Google will address it.
That's to really be fair, summary. Nobody would say Barry's articles are long-winded. They'd say that Barry is short-winded.
Truth. And then on the Google Ads side, we have some total campaign budget stuff.
Yeah, me, right. So Google is rolling out a total campaign budget for PMax, especially beyond the US. Before it was only the US. Now we've got Thomas Echel who spotted it, and he's based in the Netherlands, I believe. So he's seen it, as well as Mohammed Ahmed. Yeah, so basically the total budget option now appears alongside the traditional average daily budget in PMax. And Google had previously said that the feature would expand to search, shopping, and PMax, and this rollout suggests that expansion is on the way. So more people should be seeing this now. So yeah, check that out.
Awesome. What a journey.
I'm
What a
annotating that
journey.
in my mental notebook.
Oh, annotate it. Yeah. And then on the journey front.
Yeah, speaking of journeys, we have apparently a new bidding type called journey aware bidding. Jill Saskingales has a nice breakdown of this, and apparently it's coming in 2026, and it still is going to optimize. This is for like lead gen, demand gen campaigns. It's still going to optimize towards your main conversion, so anything that's a primary conversion, but also take in sort of micro conversions is what she called them, really your secondary conversions. And what this means is if you have something that you're like geared towards SQLs, right? Sales qualified leads, right, Morty? This is just marketing, right? This is what you're trying to do.
That's true. That's just marketing.
I'm like,
you're still
well, it's like a database format, so I'm just confused.
Sales qualified lead. Let's say qualified leads,
No,
right? Morty, you're trying to get more business. You want qualified leads, not bad ones.
I want bad ones, but yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe your final version could be being sent back from HubSpot as an SQL, but then also maybe you can put in marketing qualified leads and anything that comes through and that's your ICP. It's not a same clown posse, Morty. It's your ideal client profile.
Good pull.
And that could be a secondary conversion. And then you can also have your initial form fill. So you can take those two items that you're not really optimizing for, but they can be part of the process. So Google can see these different touch points and say, hey, these might add up into my qualified lead. So it's a way you're still going towards qualified leads, but kind of having some different touch points in your secondary conversions there that could be used to get you more, allegedly. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but it seems really cool.
It's interesting. I find it interesting that I was just thinking about the two announcements today. One is this journey where you're basically feeding Google more of this data so that it could go ahead and do better work for you in the whole ad process. Whereas when the annotations were announced, I see a bunch of SEOs like, oh, Google's going to use the annotations you put in there to go ahead and mine that data to then go ahead and like hurt you in some way when it comes to your rankings. It's like on the SEO side, giving data to Google will hurt you. On the PPC side, giving data should help you, but I'm sure sometimes it doesn't because it understands the data incorrectly. But well see. Anyway.
All the data's got to be right. The right data is good.
Yes,
Greg, I've got one question.
Yeah.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Hey,
I believe it's better sound for this podcast here. We can open it live. We can do an unboxing. I have no idea what's in here.
I
pretty
thought
dangerous.
it was like, I thought it was to
Okay.
be a gift for getting on the top 50 most influential, PPC
maybe
experts.
it's like some like
Spreading that box.
men healthcare prescriptions.
Hey, a new microphone.
Oh wow! Look at that. It wasn't somebody's head.
I got my
Okay.
podcast microphone.
It wasn't
Go ahead.
somebody's head.
What's in the box?
So
What's in the
better
box?
audio coming tomorrow.
Of course.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for being with us today. We're back tomorrow with more It's New. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Right.